It was a memorable day filled with laughter, excitement, and purpose as the pupils and staff of YUSFAITH School embarked on an enriching educational trip to a historic slave trade center Badagry, as well as exciting fun factory proudly organized by Florite Educative Tour. This special excursion was designed not only to provide entertainment but also to expose the learners to meaningful historical knowledge, cultural awareness, and memorable hands-on experiences beyond the classroom.
We are at a very important place in history. This is an enslaved Africa. We are taken away from their homes to be sold as slaves. It is a part of history, but you can learn from it.
The transatlantic slave trade happened between the 16th to 19th centuries. What is the point of no return? It is a place where people were forced to leave their homes and families.
As the journey began, the atmosphere was full of anticipation. The students could hardly contain their excitement as they looked forward to the day of discovery, learning, and fun. For many of them, this was more than just a trip. It was an opportunity to connect classroom lessons with real-life experiences.
Welcome to Brazilian Barracoon. We call this museum Brazilian Barracoon, and it's also known as Seriki Williams Abbas Slave Museum, by name Mrs. Ogunjumomiri. This man we call Seriki Williams Abbas was a Yoruba man. He hails from Ijoga, really in Ogun State. By name, he was Ifagbemi Ifaremilekun. Then, just like we're having the issues of kidnapping and banditry in Nigeria today, that was how they normally hunt after slaves. So unfortunately for him, he went out and he was being captured by the slave raiders. Brought to the slave market here in Badagry. Here we have an international slave market called Edutainment slave market. So he was being sold out. As slaves, immediately they are being sold out, they lost their total freedom, including their identity. They can only be recognized by the name of the masters. They even do what we call rebranding. They will put iron in a fire when it is red hot. They use that iron to write the initials of their masters. So that even if the slave is trying to escape, it will be easier to identify him. Now, this man was bought by the man called Abbas at the market here in Badagry. During that time, Abbas resided at Dahomey. Dahomey is today known as Republic of Benin.
At the Slave Trade Centre in Badagry, the learners were taken through a powerful historical experiences that revealed important stories about the transatlantic slave trade and the role of Badagry in Nigeria's history. The tour gave the students a deeper understanding of the struggle, resilience, and the legacy of those who lived through the most significant period in African history. As they moved through the site, they listened attentively to the guide, observed the historical monument, and reflected on the lessons embedded in the visit. It was an educational moment that encouraged both knowledge and appreciation for the sacrifices of the past.
My name is Ajalabi, the school manager for YUSFAITH Private Schools. We are here today at the Badagry Slave Trade Centre as to help our pupils to understand what has gone back in the days, the era of slave trade. Our forefathers have been through the stress, the hustle of taking them out of the country into Europe. So they need to understand a couple of things. They need to understand how our culture has been moved into Europe and how the culture in Europe has been brought to Africa, precisely Nigeria. Now, Florite has given us the insights to understanding that and bringing the light to our students, as well as helping the family appreciate the culture of Nigeria, precisely the culture of Africa in general. I believe with Florite, things like this, exposition like this, excursions like this will help so many people understanding what the heritage is and what we need that we have lost back then. How we can bring them back to help the country become a better place.
The students showed great interest throughout the tour, asking questions and expressing their thoughts with curiosity and excitement.
My name is Azam Moridia. I'm near Jesse. My experience today was fun. How could it be if I'm not here? Was alhamdulillah.
During the interview section with the Florite Educative Tour, Several students share their impressions of the trip. Their responses reveals enthusiasm, gratitude, and growing appreciation for education outside the four walls of the classroom.
I think that excursions like this should be creative and more interesting for students like us.
That's wonderful. We look forward to creativity and fun. That's wonderful. So now, do you have any message for your friends, your colleagues, or for the school in general?
For the school, I really appreciate them for organizing this for us. And as far as my friends go, I really wish them the best of luck.
After the historical tour, the excursion continued to Fun Factory, where the atmosphere changed to one of pure enjoyment and relaxation. Here, the pupils had the opportunity to engage in fun-filled activities, interact with one another, create lasting memories with their classmates and teachers. The visit to Fun Factory added a refreshing balance to the trip, combining learning with recreation in a way that made experience even more meaningful and enjoyable. Laughter filled the air, the children explored the environment, participated in group activities, and captured beautiful moments with friends. It was a day that perfectly blended education, recreation, and social development. According to the school's director and notable administrators, the excursion was carefully planned to support the holistic development for the learners.
My name is Shamsidin Alade Bakari. I'm the proprietor of YUSFAITH Nursery Primary and College at number 3032 above Ijeomo Street above Lagos. We choose the excursion for this time for the students to learn out of the class and to know about to have more interesting thing about the educational life, which is part of Lagos State and Nigeria as a whole of the co-curricular activities, and the excursion is part of it. That's why we choose it.
They emphasize the importance of exposing children to educational experiences that broadens their understanding to the world, strengthens their confidence, and inspire a lifelong love for learning. The management of YUSFAITH School also extended heartfelt appreciation to the parents for their support and trust. They reassured the parents the opportunities like this are essential in building well-rounded children who are informed, confident, and socially aware. They note that beyond academics, children also need exposure, exploration, and practical experiences that help shape their character and worldview. This excursion was one of such a valuable opportunity.
The safety of our students and our learners is very important and paramount, and that's why we have taken a lot of measures in terms of security-wise and financial-wise for the program to be successful 100%. And also we are telling the parents very big thanks to them, and also to the members of society for the support financially, morally, and being there for us always. And also we are saying very big thanks to the proprietors and professors of this school for organizing this program for learners to learn very well outside the four corners of the classroom. And finally, we are urging the society at large to bring their peace and learners to YUSFAITH Private College.
As the trip came to a close, the smiles on the faces of the pupils told the story of a successful and impactful educational experience. From the historical ground of Badagry to the joyful atmosphere of Fun Factory, the day was filled with learning, fun, and unforgettable memories. Indeed, the educational trip organized by Florite Educative Tour in partnership with YUSFAITH School was a remarkable success, a perfect example of how learning can be engaged, memorable, and inspiring. At Florite Educative Tour, we believe that every child deserves the opportunity to learn, explore, and grow through meaningful experiences, because education is not all about what is being taught in the classroom, it's also about what is discovered in the world.